Hello, and welcome to Get the Pen. My name is Janine Folks, and I appreciate you for joining me for another Get the Pen moment. Of course, I just started doing this maybe 5 months ago or so, something like that, but I'm still relatively new at this. So I am still tweaking my process and trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. So I'm kind of winging it as I go. One of the things that I thought about that I should do is shorten the intro. Sometimes people don't want to sit through a long, drawn out intro, and with my long, drawn out shout out, so I'm going to abbreviate them just to hasten the process because we are kind of a hasty culture. We want to get through it, get to it, and we don't want things to just be dragging and dragging on. We want to get to the point and get on to our next order of business for the day. We have short attention spans, and that's by design, and that's just how it is. So, with that in mind, I will be brief and shout out Minister Michelle Brown and her book, my prayer for you today. This is a prayer journal with prayers in it, with inspirational prayers. So check it out. It is available on Amazon.com, and that's Michelle Brown, a daily prayer journal. Okay, so I am speaking from the heart as I usually do. And what's on my heart today is initial reactions. And as I go on, you'll understand what I mean. When you first learn something, a bit of information, some sort of news hits your timeline or your ear gate, there is an initial reaction, especially when it's something shocking. Whoa. So we have that initial thought, and it's okay to have an initial thought, but we need to be careful with our initial reaction because when we react impulsively, we could be wrong. We can regret those actions because we are acting on something without all the information. And the thing about initial reactions is that they are fueled by emotion, especially if this news or whatever you just learned, this information you received, causes you to be angry or disappointed or hurt. Like, oh, I can't believe it. Like, you just hear this information, you hear one side of the story, and it sounds really bad to you and it's really hurtful to you, and you feel like it could be damaging to you. And so, naturally, we react in shock. Maybe we're angry, or maybe even happy, or whatever that reaction is that's charged by emotion. We have to be careful with that. We need to be slow to act, and that's my advice, is to be slow to act. Gather all the information, because sometimes we react in a way that's founded or based on inaccuracy, based on our assumptions that could be wrong. So we have to investigate first. So when we get information or somebody approaches us with something, it's best to try to be stoic and just take it in, just listen, hear them out, take in the information, and then go do your investigation. Go check things through, check them out, investigate, gather the information, do some comparisons or whatever you need to do to make sure you have facts. Then, based on the facts, then you react. And not just facts from one source. Sometimes we have to do a well rounded investigation because there's more to it than what was presented to you originally. So we need to check things out first before we even speak on it or act on it. So that's my suggestion, is that when you get some information or somebody comes to you with something that takes you aback, like what? Okay. We try to not react. We try to remain stoic. Okay, I will get back to you. That's what we say. I'll get back to you. Let me go check something out. Go get your information. Woosah, get grounded, meditate on what your response should be or what your reaction should be. And you want to be thorough, you want to be educated, you want to be informed, and you want to be in spiritual alignment when you react, so that your reaction is correct, that it is fair, it is just, and all those things, and that you remain in the right. and that you remain in alignment, because this will avoid regrets. It will avoid making you look insensitive or someone who jumps the gun without really knowing what's going on. It just makes you look like, and it makes you actually a smarter person. And that's what we want to be. We want to be the smart person, not just smart, but we want to be wise, because wisdom is spiritual. And being aware of this, that a lot of times our initial reactions can come off wrong because we don't have all the information. Be mindful of that when other people react to you. When others react to something you did, they may react impulsively towards you, and it may be unjust toward you. Be mindful of that. And sometimes you have to extend grace to those people who are impulsive towards you. And it may be offensive to you, or it may hurt your feelings because they reacted in a way that they shouldn't have, because they didn't stop to take the time to go get all the information before they made a judgment on you. They do the same things that we sometimes do. So that's why we have to give grace. Okay, I'm gonna give you grace because you acted impulsively based on your emotions. You didn't know the whole story, but now that you know the whole story, you're gonna come correct to me now that you know, and I can give you grace for that because I get it. I know what it's like to be impulsive. I know what it's like to react without having all the information. You should have gotten the information first, but you did it. But that's okay. I'm going to give you grace on that. But don't make it a habit. Like if this is something somebody does like all the time after time, and they have a long running history of doing this, it gets harder and harder to give grace. But we try to give grace when we can, because we understand, because we get it. And if you have a tendency to react impulsively, just try to check yourself, just ground yourself so that you don't jump the gun, so that you don't jump on somebody without having all the information. Get the information, manage your emotions, be in control of your emotions, be the wise person. This has been a Get the Pen moment. I hope you have liked, I hope you subscribed, I hope you share. And you can always visit me at www.getthepen.net. Have a great one.